You can't remember what just happened. Also, your head hurts a lot.
Slam your head repeatedly into the floor to get rid of that headache.
Well, at least the head's hurting from something else now.
Get up and assess your location.
Well, there isn't too much down here. Judging by the lack of light, you're on the maintenance level. There isn't all too much down here. Just a couple of vats filled with what you assume is water. The path you're on extends to the right and downwards. There's a dark door a few meters ahead that goes into the wall.
Assess mood level as calm, from mid-lack of oxygen.
Also, yeah, you're pretty calm. Even though you were kicked in the face by a man in a diving suit carrying the momentum of an ocean liner, fallen at least 20 stories downwards and hitting the surface of the water at terminal velocity? Yeah, you're pretty good. You're pretty sure you felt something in your face break, but you can't find any wounds on your body. Yay? You have no idea what the hell happened. You can't remember anything after hitting the water.
Realize you are in a tank of a giant toilet.
Oh man, you probably looked like a total bitch when you flipped out earlier. Looking back, you're pretty embarrassed about it all. You don't hate toilets themselves, right? It's more or less all that shit they have to take daily, making them incredibly filthy. All water will or has at some point passed through a toilet before. Any water could potentially be toilet water. It's completely pointless to worry about it, and you feel like an idiot for doing so. You figure you're good. Unless there's water that's literally in a toilet. Oh well, water in under the toilet bridge. It might be a good idea to figure out how to get back to the catwalk. Hopefully, from there, you can find the employee lounge. Someone's bound to be in there with something that could help you.
Do you still have a mace on you?
Of course you do. You made sure to never let go of it.
Check where south and east paths go. Don't want to skip over anything.
You look up ahead. There isn't much over there, but you think you can make out what looks to be some sort of machine. Turning to your right, you see more vats, as well as a cube-looking thing and what you think are ratings up above.
See where the doorway goes.
It's way too dark to tell. Doesn't seem to be a way to light up the doorway either. You can't find anything that resembles a light switch, at least. This is incredibly inconvenient.
Check to make sure that Jose isn't like floating just beneath the water and needs help or anything, before entering the doorway.
You check quite a few vats for Jose before getting bored. He should also be somewhere around here, shouldn't he? Shouldn't he?
Swim in the vats. It looks like fun.
No. Thanks. Your clothes are wet enough already. Wet enough being defined as being almost noticeably wet. Take that as you will. Besides, the water in these vats all seem to contain various amounts of filth. Even if you were prepared to swim, you wouldn't do it down here.
Joyfully roll around in a water puddle.
Oh man, that takes you back. When you were a little girl, you always waited eagerly by the window for the rain to die down, so you could put on your little raincoat and hop around in the puddles. Just listening to your boot come down into a deep puddle on the asphalt and watching the water scatter like little glistening beads makes you feel all... Wait, no! What did you just say?
Check out cube-looking thingy.
Might as well check out the cube and the machine before you head through the door. On closer inspection, the cube appears to actually be a box. Go figure.
Check and see what's in the box.
As much as you really, really want to just go home right now, you have to make sure that there's actually water in here. You open the box. You find a bottle of water and a bar of soap. Well, they weren't lying, but a single bottle of water isn't going to tide you over for the next couple of months. Also, what the hell's the soap for? Some sort of consolation?
Realize the soap is a subtle suggestion. They really have a lot of nerve.
Those assholes! If they weren't stealing your water, you wouldn't be dirty in the first place. The only person who has ever gotten close enough to smell you is Slick, and he's wearing a goddamn diving suit. You thought these guys had better manners.
They're saying that you smell disgusting. Rage.
As much as you want to flip out and beat the shit out of something, you really need to have a better control over your emotions. Sure, you were almost able to reach your shotgun, but you also nearly committed murder on the side. You figure you'll take this one in stride. Well, when you think about it, you are a little dirtier than usual. If you ever find a shower in this place, it might not be a bad idea to clean yourself up a bit. Provided nobody's watching, of course. You wonder why this bar of soap is so heavy. It's just soap. It shouldn't weigh any more than a couple ounces, right? Oh, there's a timer on the back. Counting down as if it was some sort of... Oh shit!
Don't drop the soap.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Throw it!
Suggestion or not, that wasn't very subtle. Exploding soap! God damn it!
Make a deadpan snarky comment, since, really, by now none of this should faze you.
You tried to kill me with soap, you know that, right?
Check out the exploded area.
Looks like all the water has been blown clear. The vet's still pretty much intact, save for some cracks.
Drink some water to relieve the tension.
You really want to. Some water at this point would be seriously refreshing, but you just can't trust this to be actual water.
Take the water bottle. Just hope this isn't a bomb too.
Oh well, might as well hold on to it until you've got a reliable way to determine whether or not this is actually water. It won't explode if you store it in your mood ring. It slides into your current position on the spectrum, displacing your relatively intelligent phone, which in turn displaces your helmet filled with water.
Head over to the machine and examine it.
Sounds good. Well, this is it. Now that you're up close, you can see that it looks like some sort of... Yeah, you have no idea what the hell this thing is. This also appears to be a midget lodged on the side.
Free him snarkly.
You have a feeling that this guy will be just as judgery and as much of a coward as the last guy, so do what you should have done with the first guy and kick him over. Instead of vibrating rapidly, the man gets up to his feet and waits patiently for you to come down and untie him. You feel like a douche.
Free the poor man and ask his assistance. Nicely.
You carefully remove the tape in the man's mouth and the rope around his body and apologize for misjudging him. You ask him for help. He asks you.
Help you with what?
Help me to help you. I'm a concerned citizen looking to remedy the situation here.
Okay. But seriously, help with what?
Where the hell am I?
You're currently in sample storage. This whole area is my workstation.
What the hell is this machine for?
The machine we're standing on is a transport crane. It's used to move samples between the reservoir, storage, and the offices. Unfortunately, I think the big square guy that tied me up might have broken it.
Tell him that you need his help to beat up the thugs that took over this place. Also to find non-exploding soap.
Hell no! I'm not fighting those guys. They've got bombs and knives and shit. If it's soap you're looking for, there's some in the showers. There's a bathroom down the hallway, but those guys broke all the lights.
Make him try out the water you got, and see if it's safe.
Let's see it.
His analysis consists of shaking the bottle up and down, looking at it intently, and actually drinking it. Well, he's not dying at least. If it's water, you'll happily take what's left. Help me learn how to spin like a hitman tab too.
What?
Add a worker to party.
You give him an invitation, partially as an apology, but also because he seems like a pretty cool guy. He says he's got some stuff to do that day, but he should be able to make it. Workers rescued, 2 out of 50. Samples worker has been added to guest list. You acquire a half-empty bottle of water. Even though he was very helpful, that was a lot to take in. Let's sum up what he said. You're in a sample storage. The machine you're standing on is a transport crane. The transport crane allows for transportation between the reservoir and the offices. Unfortunately, someone, most likely the person responsible for the salt bomb, has broken the transport crane. There's a bathroom down the dark corridor, complete with showers and soap. The corridor might also lead somewhere else. Your water is safe to drink.
Bathrooms? Showers? What are you waiting for? Get to it.
Are you sure that's the best thing to do right now? Even though you are rather dirty, you can wait until you've sorted this mess out first before getting clean.
Don't shower. You can use your newfound stank as a weapon. Put new stank weapon in storage.
Actually, yeah, probably would be best to clean up. You lead the worker to try and repair his crane. You're pretty sure he knows what he's doing. You enter the dark hallway. Well, it's dark alright. You'll have to take this very carefully.
Run into the darkness.
You run forward with a reckless disregard for your own safety. You can hear glass crunching under your feet as you run. You run headfirst into a wall.
See if you can use the glowing of your MP3 player screen as a light source.
That might be able to work, but you can't pull it out of your mood ring at this time. So far, you've run forwards and hit a wall. You're assuming the ground is covered in glass, so it'd definitely be a good idea not to fall over.
Use echolocation to determine where everything is. Or just feel around for stuff like some blind person.
You doubt you'd be able to scream without attracting attention, so you feel around your immediate area instead. There isn't anything around your immediate position, save for something that you're assuming is a ladder.
Tug the rocks to check.
The more you tug, the more confident you feel in your assertion that the subject is in fact a ladder. A ladder that goes up, judging by what you're able to feel with your hands and feet.
Start climbing. Like a monkey, you probably smell like by now.
Up we go. You keep going until you run out of ladder. Instead of sitting at the top of a ladder like an idiot, you search for a place to stand. You find the floor and get on it. Screw guessing where to go. You just hug the wall to your right and slide across it. While sliding across, you nearly trip over some sort of round thing, and nearly get caught in a tall round thing. None of these objects resembles a door in the slightest, so you just keep going. Well, this looks promising. You spend some time feeling it. Yep, this definitely appears to be a bathroom door. You enter. It's also pitch black in here. You hope it's only because the lights are off, not in a shattered mess on the ground. You try to find the light switch. Excellent.
Walk to the lockers.
There are 8 lockers here. One had its door torn off, and at least 3 look like they've been tampered with. One of those thugs probably thought it'd be a good idea to burglarize them, and somehow get bored halfway through and not bother with the rest.
See if thugs left anything useful and not a bomb in the lockers you can pry open.
You open lockers 31, 32, and 33, as well as the unmarked one. As expected, there's nothing in the broken lockers. You found a towel in the unmarked locker. Locker 34 is, well, locked. You're going to check out locker 30. It's full of deodorant. No wonder they didn't bother with this locker. There's some shampoo in here though, so you guess that's good. Locker 29 appears to be locked as well. Now that you think of it, this is probably the men's room. You really ought to learn Braille sometime.
Continue into the washroom.
There are a few shower stalls over here. Well, Looks like this is it.
Wield axe threateningly.
You acquire the axe. The sacred instrument now lies in your hands, free for you to use and deal all but the most brutal and violent of beatings to people, doors and trees alike. You will destroy all who oppose you. Every lumberjack shall look upon you with envy so green that it rivals the color of the very trees you will desecrate. You have no idea what it is with spray cans and medieval weapons, but you don't care because your badass rating just increased by 30%.
Shatter shower style for loot.
Crunch you up. Ceramics everywhere. Oh man, that was fun.
Use axe to communicate with a spirit from your rich lumberjack ancestry.
You don't remember if anyone in your family was ever a lumberjack. You actually ask if you can communicate with the great lumberjack spirit regardless. The axe says to first cut down a mighty tree, and then we'll be in business.
Obligatory Monty Python quote.
But there are no herrings in sight. They're probably in another adventure.
Build a fort out of the lockers.
You've got a better idea. You take the empty doorless lockers and pile them up beside the divider. You've got a neat little room now.
Anyway, check the water in the stalls. If it's good, then finally take a shower.
You check the first stall. Your left arm gets a generous dousing of black goo. The second stall seems to be fine. Good thing too. You'd be in trouble if you had no way to wash this goo off. Alright, let's get this over with. You take off both your shirts, your secret to staying dry this far, your skirt and your undergarments. You put everything in the hand dryer and turn it on. Hopefully it'll dry out your clothes while you're waiting. You slip your shoes between the stalls. You grab the shampoo. The towel is fine where it is. You place your mace, axe and mood ring on the ground beside the stall.
Take a shower with your new best friend Axie.
You get your axe. You're all ready to do this. You turn on the water. Oh yes, finally, hot water! I missed you so much. Slick, appear.
What? Appear where? You spent the last hour going up and down this catwalk trying to find Jose. You can't see him anywhere. You've got to find him. After putting both him and that girl through your dimensional hopper, you honestly have no idea what happened to them and can only hope they both emerged from puddles within the building.
Did you try looking down?
Of course you did. What would be the point of going up and down this catwalk if you didn't look down?
Did you try the security cameras again? See if Jose is somewhere they can see.
Huh. Good idea. Ow. You extract yourself from the ceiling and scroll through the cameras again. Nothing too much has changed, really. Black, 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 black. Taps is a douche. Hang on, this one isn't black anymore. But you still can't see a thing, god damn it. Camera must be fogged up. Aside from all the black and whiteness, everything's pretty much untouched. And you can't locate Jose. You'd like to imagine that he's with Tubbs, but you seriously doubt it. Huh. One of the workers seemed to have gotten free. Looks like he's trying to feed his head to that machine for some reason. You'll have to round this guy up later. For now you've got to focus on finding Jose. Although it is only you that needs to remain alive to ensure the mission's success, Jose really is a good guy, and he's always helped you when you needed a hand. You can't stand to let him suffer for what you did.
Maybe he's taking a shower. You should head there.
If he is even there taking a shower, you're pretty sure walking in there and interrupting him would lead to, implications. And awkward silences. You doubt he'd ever look the same way at you again. Better keep things professional.
Ask some of the others if they have seen him.
You still have no idea where Tubbs is, and frankly you can be asked to look for him, and Flash is still at the reservoir. You've got a feeling he hasn't moved since you last checked on him. He's infatuated with the physics behind moving water. The way he watches it creeps you out, but you'd never mention it to him, as the Flash is the kind of guy who'd cut you first and ask questions later. Then again, it's been some time since you've met in person. Before you go, you should probably think up some other things to ask him as well. He'd probably mock you if all you did was ask if Jose was safe. You drop down. Flash asks you what you need. How's the weather?
How the hell should I know?
You suppose that makes sense. Nobody's been outside in days, and there's not much that can be seen from the windows.
Question: how well what he's doing is going? And how long before he believes you'll be done?
I honestly have no idea. All the water just falls into that thing you built. Nothing's really exploding or anything, so that's good, I guess.
Yeah, you kind of forget that you're the only one doing all the actual stealing. These guys are just a muscle and have no idea how you're actually pulling this off.
Ask him where your portals go.
Why do you keep asking me about things you already know?
You're only trying to make conversation.
Thought Flush. Tell him he and you need to find Jose.
Do I look like I care about where that twerp's gone off to? What he should be doing is killing that bitch with the mace.
Yeah, he's got no idea what happened to Jose. Flush isn't the kind of guy to give a damn about anyone, save the one person who's stronger than him. The person in question being Tubbs.
Tell Flush about that crazy woman.
You guys did take care of her, didn't you? Didn't you?
Oh god. You completely tell him how you kicked her off the catwalk and watched her fall to an Taurus and land in a vat filled with black goo. Okay, that last bit was a lie, but what the hell? He was reaching for his knife.
Good. Good. It'd take a miracle for her to have survived a fall like that.
These guys are so heartless. Oh well, you suppose it comes with the job.
Ask him about the physics of water.
Oh, there's so much to talk about. Where should I even begin?
You tell him never mind. Well, actually, you bring up how one of the cameras has fogged up. Specifically, the camera in one of the bathrooms. You're not entirely sure how a camera lens can fog up so easily, considering nothing in a regular bathroom is even supposed to generate that much steam.
Well, I suppose if someone took a shower and it was hot enough. Wait, someone's taking a shower? Who the hell takes a shower in a situation like this? Better not be Jose. If it's a worker, then they're stupider than I thought.
Well, there he goes. Presumably to chew out whoever's in the shower. Or cut them up. You guess if it's Jose in the shower, you'll at least know he's safe. Safe defined as being not dead. Flash will probably knock him about a bit, but it will be nowhere near as brutal as what that girl was about to do to him.